Putting in the earphones, putting in the earphones, putting on the microphone. I don't have an opening to this show. I don't sing either. Hey, what's happening? I'm live for no reason. I think tonight's show is called, I forgot what I called it. Whatever. So if you want to be a guest, you can join me here at drlaugh.net. This could take, like I say, every night. Well, not every night. I did this last night. I came on last night and I said, you know what? I'm just going to go on and see what happens. And a few people showed up. We had some fun. Yeah, it's the Tuesday Twofer show. And I call it what is going on? So if anybody wants to join in, by all means, you can join in. You can make comments. You can do whatever you want. And if nothing happens, then I don't do anything. It's that simple. But what I could do is put some logo things up. Do I have anything that would make sense? Probably not. No, I got nothing. So I was just buffing. I've got this old car that I've been playing with, a 1979 Pontiac. Oh, Adam, that's an excuse. The Wi-Fi. Hello, Melissa Frostwhite. The Wi-Fi at the hotel sucks. What hotel are you at that the Wi-Fi is that bad? And your cell phone? I mean, good enough. You never know when I'm going to go on. That's the thing about this show. This is kind of like the way we did it when the pandemic started 2 years ago. Hello, Rick and Kim. 2 years ago when the pandemic started on March 13th, I went on live. I went on every single night. And we had lots and lots of people. And I made connections with some new people. And I reconnected with some people I haven't seen since high school. And, oh, hello, my mom's here. Hi. Yes, Adam, you're full of excuses, according to Brittany. So I came on and it was fun because it was new and exciting and no one else was doing so many things. And now all of a sudden, of course, now my wife's calling because she doesn't subscribe to the Facebook, apparently. So I'll have to call her right back. Or she is watching and she's like, why aren't you picking up the phone? Because I can't just answer the phone. I mean, you don't want to see that. My wife and son, of course, are on the East Coast looking at some colleges. They went to Emerson. They went to Boston University. Or no, Boston College. Boston University. Boston College. I think the one that Howard Stern went to. Boston College. No? But anyway, they went to 2 schools, and now they're heading down to New York. So I'll call them back in a bit. But if you want to be a guest and actually come on the show, you can just go to drlaugh.net. You don't have to, though. It's not required. And this could be a very quick show, and that's it. Anyway, so I'm working on this car. I don't know if I can bring a picture up of it. I think I can. It's a 1979 Pontiac Catalina. And some would say, why would you be working on a 1979 Pontiac Catalina? Well, I shall tell you. It's because I've been working the sitcom idea for a long time, and my character in the sitcom is going to drive an old car. And then I thought, well, what if, because he's a car salesman, what if he's only driven the same car his entire life? Like he started driving his mom's car in high school, and that's the only car he's ever driven. Now he's, my age, and he's still driving a 1979 Pontiac. That would be, that'd be weird, I think, but that would also be funny, I hope. So I actually found one at a charity auction. It was like $600. So I bought it, and here, I'll pull up a picture of it. And it is really ugly. It is super ugly. And hold on. See, okay. I am on Facebook right now doing a show. Hold on. I'm putting in quotes the word show because, I wouldn't call this a show. What time? All right. just answering, you know, I'm sure you enjoy this. We're losing viewers left and right. So I found this car at a charity auction, and it actually looks a lot better than it did when I got it. So here it is, right? Look at that. Look how ugly that is. It is like, I don't even know what color to call it. I think it's copper and beige. And it did not have these hubcaps or wheels, or the hubcaps or tires. Let me see if I can find a picture of it prior to this. Whoa, that was weird. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Oh, because I closed that. There we go. That's the one I want to keep open. See, that was just weird. You never know what's going to happen. All right. So there it is now. It might disappear again. I don't know. Nope, it didn't. And here it is with just the new tires. So let's move back over here. This is exciting stuff. I mean, you can't go to the movie theater and get this kind of entertainment, can you? All right, so here's what it looked like when I just had the new tires put on, and they're still blue walls because they come from the factory blue, because you have to wash the blue stuff off, and then you get then it turns to the white stuff, the white walls. And then I don't know if I even have it before. I have to have one somewhere. I have to. There's no way I don't have it before. Nope. The good thing is with a 1979 car is you can actually still find parts, which I found to be shocking, to be honest. I didn't think there was any possibility that I would find anything for this car, let alone, I mean, the hubcaps are actually from a 1970, and there's some good backstory to this car. My mom let me know that I was driven home from the hospital in a Pontiac Catalina. So not only did a 1979 Pontiac Bonneville, it was the first car I drove. This is a Catalina. It's almost the same car. But I was driven home from the hospital. So the first car I was ever in was a car like, well, it was a 67, but still. And then my mom's water wouldn't break, and I was late. And so her friend said, go on a ride in a bumpy car ride, and your water might break. So I'm late, and she's said, okay. So her and my dad go out for a drive, and they're driving around a bumpy road, and nothing happened. And then they pulled into the garage, and the radiator hose broke in the car, not in my mom. So the car's water broke. So Catalinas have a connection. Yet I've never been to Catalina, and I lived in LA for a long time. So I don't know if there's something there or not. All right, so that's the car. I'll stop talking about it now. But I was out there I'm trying to buff it and clean it up and make it look a little better. You can't tell the difference. Literally, you could work for an hour and it looks exactly the same. So I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it cosmetically. I think it's better if I just leave it. It's funnier, right? And then that's what I'll drive. And my mom just said, that is ugly. Yes, I thought of painting it dark blue with light blue roof like the old Bonneville. But then I thought, this is original paint. This car has like 70,000 miles on it or so. I mean, the odometer is not working, but I actually got, here, I can do show and tell. All the paperwork came with it. So when I got the car, the original owner's manual was in there. So that was exciting. And what's funny is, I mean, this is also the Bonneville owner. So this owner's manual is the same one that was actually in the first car I ever drove. The selling dealer's imprint is here. It was from Montana. And this is the warranty book. I think the warranty has expired. Yes, the warranty has expired. It was look at this warranty, 12 months. A whopping 1 year warranty. That's all you got. And the vehicle had 70 miles on it. It was delivered February 22nd, 1980. And it was built, and actually it was delivered in May of 79. So this car sat on the lot May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January 5th. 10 months this car sat on the lot because of how ugly it is. And then like all the receipts for the past, I don't know, 15 years or so are all here. So I'm actually able to see work that was done, and the cars, you know, the miles were going up. So the odometer, or the odometer and speedometer worked it for a while. So it might not have 170,000 miles, that's for sure, but it's probably a little over 70. I wouldn't say it's, you know, exactly 70, but it's up there. All right. Well, that was my story, and I really have nothing else to talk about. Isn't that exciting? I'm going to watch. We do a movie show every Monday night. Our movie this week is on the Aradan Movie Show. It's Aradan Film Festival. Is Defending Your Life. It's an Albert Brooks movie. I think it's from 1991. I might watch that tonight. Tonight might be the night. Usually I like to watch it closer to the show. So that's that. And then Saturday morning, we do a car show, myself and Rafi Manassian. And that also is a fun time. So you can tune if you want to talk about cars. Tonight, when I go live, I say, hey, let's see what happens, see if some people pop in. You know, I mentioned some friends. I did a thing called Schmucks, this little TV thing we did in LA called Schmucks, and none of them had any interest in joining. Well, I literally messaged them 5 minutes, not even like a minute before I went live. So what are they going to do? Just jump on and go, yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to drop everything. They're not going to do that. Yeah, this is the show. This is the one we'll be talking about. Hold on. Let me, oh wait, Adam is, hold on. I got to play his opening. We have a guest. I just ruined it by saying it's Adam, but nonetheless, I thought these were alphabetical order. No. They're all the old alphabetical order. There we go. Your internet's fine, Adam.
Well, I'm using my work laptop, so
even better.
Yeah, well,
I got the wrong. I've got the movie. I'm using the movie background. I shouldn't use that.
Oh,
yeah, I just use the generic one. So where are you?
I'm in Squim right now. I'm working in Port Angeles in Squim, but I'm staying in Squim. So.
Oh, you're such a bragger.
Well, it's not much to brag about.
John Lovitz does a funny thing whenever he'll say something like, "I'm losing my hair." Jealous? So you're in Squim, and I am jealous. Squim, by the way, is the warmest or the driest part of the entire western part of Washington. Did you know that?
It's real windy. It's real windy up here.
It gets the least amount of rain.
Well, it's been raining, and it's been rainy and windy the past 2 days. So,
but that's as soon as you leave, it's going to be hot and balmy.
It's going to be, yeah.
That's how it happens.
We're supposed to get up to like 70 degrees. I think Thursday. I think.
See?
Yeah.
You're leaving. You won't be there, right?
No.
Yeah. And you're doing what with work? You just have to go call on your customers and peddle your wares?
Yep. Try to get new accounts, which is not easy. I thought sales would be a lot easier, and it's not.
No. Selling is not fun. Consulting, don't treat it like you're consulting. You're not selling.
Yeah.
That's a nice enough hotel. They've got a wall with a different color, an accent wall behind you.
Yeah, it's a Red Lion. I'm at the Red Lion.
The Red Lion.
Yeah. It's such a small hotel. There's only 2 floors, upstairs, downstairs. That's it.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Cody says hi. Look at that. So we get people popping in. Have you watched Defending Your Life yet?
No.
Here's a little bit about the movie. I mean, it's got a pretty good lineup. It's got a 97% critics and 83% audience, but it lost $4 million. No,
Oh, it's from 91. I thought it was from like the 70s.
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it's basically the tagline is the first true story of what happens after you die. How can it be true? But it should be fun.
And it's a
He's
comedy
got,
or
it is, well, it's Albert Brooks. Albert Brooks, his real name is Albert Einstein. His brother is the
Super
late
Dave.
Bob Einstein. Is Super Dave, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some great stuff. I'm glad to know that the link worked, because I just said it right before the show, and sometimes it doesn't work.
No, it took me right to StreamYard.
So how ugly do you think that car is?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I mean, it looks a lot better with the new new hubcaps.
Yeah, definitely.
That definitely helps it. But yeah, it's not a pretty car. What's amazing is how well it drives. So far mechanically I've done nothing. I mean, when it was delivered from the auction, I just told the guys, can you put fresh belts on it and hoses, just because those are probably old? And they're like, the belts, yeah, we'll replace. The hoses are like brand new. So I haven't done anything.
I mean,
Exhaust is
it definitely personifies the time,
that screams the 1979.
Exactly.
And everybody, when I said I'm going to use it for the sitcom, they go, oh, what year is it based in? I'm like, oh, it's current day. That is what makes it funny. I think that's what makes it funny. Plus, my character is going to sleep on a waterbed.
Oh, speaking of cars, I know someone who bought a brand new 2021 Jeep. What is it? A Jeep?
The Gladiator?
No, Jeep. I'm drawing a blank on what kind of Jeep it was. Anyway,
the big, huge one?
No, it's just I'm drawing a blank on what kind of Jeep it was.
Liberty? No, I don't think they make that anymore. Liberty.
It's not a Cherokee. It's a
Wagoneer.
Anyway, what's that?
The Wagoneer?
No. Anyways, point of the story is they paid. They didn't have to pay over sticker for it. So,
wow.
Because I asked them what it was Blue Book, and she told me, and I'm like, what did you pay? And then she told me, I'm like, well, you paid exactly what the Blue Book was. So I'm guessing that's good. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if a brand new car that's not going for over sticker is pretty crazy.
And then I told her, I said, you should have tried to talk them down. And she goes, they weren't going to, they're not going to, not right now.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, honestly, if you can get a car at sticker at this point, they don't have to negotiate, because if you don't buy it, they just have to wait a few seconds and someone else will.
Yeah.
Just be, okay, I'll be right back. And then the next person walks in.
The only problem is she was trying to trade in her other car, and they were going to give her way less than what it's worth. And so she's stuck with a car now she's trying to get rid of. So,
well, what is it? Maybe I can help her.
A Honda Pilot.
Oh, those are worth some money.
Yeah.
How much do they offer her?
I can't remember. I'd have to ask her. But I told her, I said, send me the info and I can put it out there. And I know not a few people, but I know someone that is kind of involved in that, and I can give them the info. And
what it's like we're doing clutch radio here. What year is it? Do you know?
No, I don't know. I told her last week to send me the info, and I still haven't gotten it yet. So
she's not that motivated.
Well, it's my ex-wife, so.
Oh, it's your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't have to help her then. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
of course we have to help her. But if she could put up on Tread. And
that's what I told her.
And she'll get retail for it. She won't get trade-in value. She could also just go like on Carvana or Vroom or CarMax and get a quick offer for it as well. But Tread's probably the best bet. TRED.com.
I think it was a Jeep Wrangler. I think it was a 2021 Jeep Wrangler. Now that I think about it.
Yes, tread.com is where you can go if you want to sell your car quickly. All right. Well, this has been exciting. My rule is I'll go a half hour. I'll give it a half hour. Last night we kicked in right at a half hour. Like Eric popped in and Dave popped in and Brittany. We have people popping in. Tonight we've got you. You started it. You got the ball rolling. But at 8 o'clock, I'm Audi 5000. By the way, this car had so many. Here's the problem it had. So it was like raining on the inside. Like I would go to the car, I would park it, and then the next day I'd come to it, and the windows were all fogged up, but it was on the inside. And I'm like, how is this happening? So I had to leave a window cracked. Didn't matter. Still happened. And then if you look at the back of this picture, see that right there?
Yeah.
That's a Mariners sock that I got at a game when the Red Sox came to play. It was like a free sock, and I filled it with kitty litter. And the kitty litter is supposed to absorb it in the air. And I also have those Santa Dry bags, whatever they're called, hanging here on the back.
Oh,
still
yeah.
Still didn't work. And it turns out, and Rafi made fun of me because a guy at the garage said it's the headliner. And Rafi's like, how could the headliner have anything to do with it? And what was happening was, because it's bare metal, it was getting condensation on it.
Oh.
And it was dripping. And so there was actually a puddle in the car when I first got it. I got that out. It's totally dry now. And now I brought it to my house this afternoon because I was going to buff it out. All I did tonight, it took me an hour, is I did this entire panel from here to here. And honestly, it looks better in this picture. And this picture's from a few months ago.
Oh, wow.
Like, I don't know why. Like, there's no sense. You can kind of tell. I also did one half of the trunk. You can kind of see here how it looks a little different than there. This I did. That was the first thing I did. So I don't know if it's worth, doing more than maybe just a hand wax and that's it. Maybe a clay bar. I don't know. Can you clay bar a non-clear coat car? I thought that was a clear coat thing. I don't know. Any car detailers out there? Where's Rafi when you need him? So when you go for work and you have to go up there, like what's your territory? Like what's the furthest you go?
I go Port Angeles, and then I go, well, is that west? Yeah. I go as far west as Port Angeles, as far north as Everett, as far east as probably like Bonnie Lake area, probably, and then as far south as Centralia. So I have a pretty big area.
Yeah.
I go Seattle. I do Seattle, Everett, like all that area, Tacoma, Olympia, Centralia, Aberdeen, all over.
Aberdeen, home of Kurt Cobain.
I used to go all the way up to the almost to the border, but they gave that to somebody else because it was too much work. So someone else does that now.
Well, there you go. That's a pretty big territory. When I worked for the Copart Auto Auction, I had pretty much the same territory, but I didn't go to Port Angeles. But I had to go to Arlington was one of the locations of the Copart, and Graham was the other. So I did everything from like Arlington to Graham.
Oh, wow.
A lot of driving. And they didn't give me a car. They gave me a gas card, but I was putting miles in my own car.
No, I got a company car, and I got a gas card and a credit card and all that good stuff. And I've been taking it since I see you, whenever I watch you do the Clutch Radio, you take the cars to the Brown Bear. That's where I take it now to Brown Bear and get it washed. So
Brown Bear's great.
I do the $17 one, and it comes out awesome looking. So
yeah, and here's the thing with the $17 one. If you do the monthly membership, it's like $50, and you can go as much as you want.
I asked them if I could do that, and they said no. So
really? They'd rather pay $17 each time?
Yep.
Boy, that's bad business right there.
I know.
I had that happen with Copart once. I was getting a hotel in New York, and they have a rule that you can only spend $125 on a hotel. I'm like, I'm in New York. I can't get $125 an hour in New York. I mean, hotels are expensive in New York City. And they said, well, you can stay at any Hampton. It doesn't matter if it's over. That's the one rule. Hampton, you can stay at any Hampton. So I get to a Hampton, it was like $395 in this tiny, tiny room. I find these places that are not at Hampton, but they're $299, and it's an apartment, and it's in Brooklyn right by the office. And they're like, nope, nope, nope. And they keep saying no. And I said, listen, I'm paying more money I have to do an Uber to the office. This other place is 5 blocks. I can walk to the office. I'm saving you so much money. I don't care. And then finally they go, yeah, this makes sense. And then they approved it. Sometimes companies just don't use common sense.
Well, that's what happened with me. Like when I had to stay in Seattle, they're like, okay, well, you can only have this much for a hotel room. I'm like, do you know how expensive it is to stay in Seattle? $100 isn't going to cut it. So they make exceptions if you can't find a place that's cheap, they kind of understand. So
yeah. Yeah, that's why I have to go to California for work, and it's like I'll get the cheapest I can get, but LA is expensive. And I'm not staying in a flea bag hotel during COVID because COVID's not over yet. But speaking of over, it'll be funny if I had another guest. I may pop in tomorrow night and Thursday night, and we may do this again or not. But I'm glad basketball season's over.
Boy, that game was something else last night.
That was one heck of a game. I was rooting for North Carolina only because
I was too.
An 8 seed has only won one other time.
Yeah.
And Kansas, Bill Self has more infractions, I think, than almost every coach out there.
The problem is they just couldn't hit a shot. I mean, they were just taking some of the shots were so bad, and just
and the last play. I mean, there's so many plays you can do to get an open shot, and it's like you're like the pinnacle. You're Division I. You're the best of the best. You're the national championship, and that's the play you run. And then the guy like trips in the lane, the big tall kid with the beard.
Yeah, but college basketball is so hard to watch because it's so bad. Like the play's so bad. I mean, it's just the product's not very good.
Yeah, that's the other thing people complain about. This might be controversial. I don't know. But like they talk about how much money college basketball coaches make. And, like a guy I know, Archie Miller, just got hired at University of Rhode Island. And he's getting like a crazy, huge, like $1.5 million a year contract or $2 million a year contract. And it's tied to gate receipts. And it's tied to TV contracts. And he also has a shoe contract. And he has to do a radio show. And then the women's coach, and they're very successful. And people are saying, well, it's not fair. She's not getting that much money. And this is one case where if the women's program is a national contender year in and year out, like a UConn, University of Connecticut, that coach makes a ton of money because they also have a huge TV contract and shoe contracts, and they have a huge fan base. And they've won multiple national championships. But at a smaller school, people pay to buy tickets to the guys' games. Unfortunately, they don't go to the girls' games. Maybe they should have them as double headers. But then people probably complain, why do the guys get to go second? Why don't the I don't know. I mean, I think that's performance based. That's not like, and there is gender not disequality. That's not a word. Gender inequality for sure in a lot of workplaces. And they pay people less that are women, and they pay men more. And it's BS. It's bullshit. I was going to say BS. I can say bullshit. But when it's strictly performance based, like if you have a male salesperson, a female salesperson, they both get 30% commission. If the woman makes more sales and she makes 100,000 a year, and the guy makes 80, well, she worked harder and she made more sales. So I think in college sports, it's probably, I would say it's a similar thing. Well, Stacey's like, is that Adam? Yes, it's Adam.
Yeah, the LSU's women, the female coach for LSU makes more than the male coach, but she's a really high named coach though. So,
well, the male coach just got fired. So,
well, yeah,
because he was cheating.
Yeah, well, who's
admittedly?
Well, yeah, sure.
Admittedly cheating, but then again, I think college basketball players should be paid. I think
are they going to get NILs? Will they get? Are they going to get NILs like
Yeah, that's
The
in.
football player? Okay,
Huh?
okay. But no, did you see? Did you see towards the end of the game last night the guy from North Carolina, the really tall guy? Well, they're all tall, but the one he ended up hurting his ankle right towards the end of the game. Did you see the slow mo how the court moved?
Yeah.
It buckled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't play on temporary courts.
No.
Games should be, I mean, and I know the Superdome's awesome, but it's not a basketball arena. They should have played that in the New Orleans arena because I bet you they could have fit just as many. They probably, I don't know what how many people were there. It wasn't sold out. I was in the arena for the very first thing they did, like before they even opened it. I went in the New Orleans arena. They had like a preview, and I'm trying to think what was the first event that I went to. I went and saw Billy Joel. I saw Kiss, and I saw one other concert there. I think I saw Kiss there. Yeah, I saw Kiss there. Anyway, they should have done it at the arena.
Are you a fan of the? Are you a fan of the elevated court?
No.
Me neither.
No.
Me neither.
No. And I'm at first I was upset that they don't wear suits anymore, the head coaches. I'm like, these guys are wearing like pullovers and sneakers and jeans. I mean, and like sweat. I mean, I used to make fun of coaches when I coached. You know, I would come out in a nice suit. I had the Rick Pitino thing going, nice, colorful tie. For a long time, my mom was a florist, and she would give me a flower, and me and the head coach, when I was an assistant at this little Catholic school in Pittsburgh, we would wear the other team's color as a little boutonniere, just as like a thing. I think Digger Phelps used to do that. Anyway, but now coaches don't wear suits anymore.
No.
So if I ever coach again, I mean, in one way it's good because it was uncomfortable. The tie.
I don't think any of the sport. I don't even think NFL, NBA.
NFL hasn't done suits since Tom Landry, I think, was the last one that did a suit.
Yeah, NBA doesn't really do them anymore either. I don't think.
I don't know.
They might. I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't really watched. I haven't really been into the NBA this year. I'll probably start watching now that the playoffs are starting, but
yeah,
we need to get a team. We need to get a team back up here. Is what we need.
I know we need the Sonics back. All right. Well, I think we're going to call that the show for tonight. Thank you to you, of course, Adam, for being the weary traveler and popping in. The show was about to end when you popped in. But also,
I'll be back home tomorrow. So
cool. Stacy, thanks for popping by. Cody, my mom, of course. Brittany, Melissa, and Rick and Kim, and Adam. That's a big, and then the people that didn't say anything, because I did see that people popped in and Facebook, and let's see, we had some people on YouTube, a couple Twitter people. So thank you all for popping in as well and not saying anything. But that's it. I don't have an ending. I could probably find an ending. No, I don't have an ending. All right. See ya.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.